Hey everyone, in this video I'll be showing you some DIY Harry Potter Halloween decorations. If you haven't seen my last year's Harry Potter Halloween decorations video, I will leave a link to it down below in the description box. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it because I'm sure this is going to be a long video. First up, some Harry Potter inspired potions. And yes, I am aware that a couple of these aren't technically potions, but yeah. Of course I made some simple labels for all these, and I'm also repeating a few that I made for my last year's video because I felt like recreating my favorites from that video, and I will leave links to my blog post that I uploaded these labels to so you can save these images to your computer, resize them, and etc. to print them out and use them. You can watch last year's video to create the ones I didn't repeat in this video if you want to, but the labels shown here are the ones I'll be doing in this video. After printing out the labels, I cut them out and burnt the edges to distress and age the label even further. Obviously be very careful if you decide to do this. Then I used packing tape and double-sided tape to turn the labels into stickers. To do that, take a piece of packing tape, sticky side up, and take your labels, put them face down on top of that, and then place the double-sided tape on top of that. Go ahead and cut those out. Then you're going to need some bottles. I'm using these corked bottles. By the way, I will list where you can get some of these things down below in the description box. So then you're going to stick the labels onto the bottles. The sticker DIY I did for the labels didn't really stick to the smaller bottles I used, but they worked great for the bigger bottles that I used. I took my hot glue gun and some strong hot glue sticks to glue on the labels. I would recommend using an even stronger glue if you were going to wear these as like a necklace or something, but if it's just for decor like I'm making these for, then this method should be fine. Even though the sticker DIY didn't work too well with the smaller bottles, I would still recommend doing that just to sort of laminate the labels. Now I'm sure there's different alternatives to how to make these potions and etc., but I'm just going to show you how I did it, and I'll leave some alternatives in the description box. For Wolfsbane Potion, I just mixed clear glue and blue food coloring and mixed it together with the toothpick. For Pepperup Potion, I just used clear glue and red food coloring and mixed it with the toothpick. For Polyjuice Potion, I just used clear glue and green food coloring, but you can make it whatever color you want since the color sort of varies. And it also has a mud-like consistency, but I'm just going for looks here, so I didn't add anything else. But glitter would have been really pretty and it would have added some sort of texture to the potion. For Unicorn Blood, which technically isn't a potion, but I just added silver acrylic paint. This too isn't a potion, but for Bezoar I just got some random rocks and painted them black with acrylic paint. Some of the rocks I didn't really have to paint them, but I did it anyways, and I did paint them with my hands for some reason. I don't know, it just felt really pleasing on my fingers, but you can always put it in a bowl and pour paint on top of them and shake it around to paint them faster, and once they're dry you can pop them into a jar. The paint doesn't have to be completely opaque, it actually looks better when some of the rock is showing through. Now for some repeats and another non-potion. For Gillyweed I used fake moss and clear glue, and I used a toothpick to help move around the moss and help the glue saturate the moss. I probably should have added the glue first, then the moss to make things easier. You can use any fake plant, I just saw fake moss at Dollar Tree and I decided it would work for this. For Skele-Gro, I added a cream colored acrylic paint as opposed to a white acrylic paint like I used in my last video, and again I added a plastic skull ring to the bottle. For Felix Felicis, aka Liquid Luck, I just used gold acrylic paint. For Veritaserum, I just used clear glue. And last for Amortentia, I used this pink glitter glue and poured it into this adorable heart-shaped glass bottle. Now onto this Harry Potter painted pumpkin. First, I bought this craft pumpkin. You can use a real pumpkin or a fake carvable pumpkin if you want to. I'm pretty sure you can carve craft pumpkins as well, but you need like hot tools. I'm not really sure. I had no intention of carving this. I just wanted it as a daylight decor, and I decided to use a fake pumpkin as well because I wanted it to be around every year. I decided to paint Harry this time around. I may do more characters this year or maybe a different character each year. I'm not really sure yet. Let me know if you guys want to see more characters. So then I just took a pencil and sketched out Harry's features before painting. I used a circular lid to help me out with his glasses, and I roughly sketched out his scar, and I zigzagged his hairline all around the top portion of the pumpkin. I used black acrylic paint to paint his hair using a foam brush and a small brush. I even painted the stem black. I also used black acrylic paint and the small brush to go over that trace I made for his glasses. If you make a mistake, you can just take some rubbing alcohol and a pointed Q-tip to sort of clean your edges, or you can take a toothpick and gently scrape off some of the paint wherever you may need to. I also connected those circles with a curved line. I used red acrylic paint and a tiny brush to trace out his scar. If you were going to carve this pumpkin, you would obviously carve out the inner part of his glasses and perhaps his scar. Now, if you had a real Gryffindor scarf, you could just go ahead and wrap it around the bottom of your pumpkin, but I don't have one, so I had to paint it on, and I used the colors red and yellow to do so. I did have gold acrylic paint, but it went on sheer, and it would have took forever to get opaque, and I just decided to use yellow. I used 2 foam brushes to paint this on, one for each color, and I didn't use any exact measurements for each section. I just sort of eyeballed it. Once the paint has dried, you can put a layer of Mod Podge over the pumpkin or spray the pumpkin with acrylic sealer just so the design lasts longer. Next up are these floating pumpkins inspired by the Halloween decorations in the Great Hall. So first you're going to need some lightweight carvable pumpkins. I found these at Dollar Tree and they were really easy to put up on the ceiling because they were made out of foam, so they were really light. Then I took a marker and drew some typical pumpkin faces on all the pumpkins I bought, and I carved them using a sharp X-Acto knife. I also cut circles on top of all the pumpkins, that way I can place battery operated tea candles inside of all the pumpkins. You can possibly find timer tea candles, that way you don't have to go up there all the time turning it on and off. To hang it to the ceiling, I just used some clear fishing line, and I got a sewing needle and threaded the fishing line through the needle and stuck the needle through the stem of the pumpkin. And the length of the fishing line is up to you depending on how far down you want it from your ceiling. I tied the 2 ends into a knot. I'm using these Velcro tabs to hang it up on the ceiling. I'm just sandwiching that knot I made in between the tabs and sticking one of the sticky sides up on the ceiling. And that's it for the floating pumpkins. These are definitely my favorite of the video. You can obviously hang this in your dining room or something like that. I just put them in my room because I'm in love with them and I like staring at them because I think they turned out so freaking cool. And last are some printable posters. I will leave a link to these down below in the description box. That way you can print them out and put them up wherever you want in your house. You can hang them up using double-sided tape or poster tack, whatever you feel like using. You can also customize the posters and add your own images and names, and I will show you how to do that. After saving the images to your computer, upload one of the images that you want to customize to PicMonkey.com. I will leave it down below in the description box, and then you're going to go ahead and erase the image and the name and whatnot. I'm using the draw option to do this in white. I didn't take pictures for this poster, but if you were going to take pictures specifically for this poster, you want to do side profiles and everything like that. I just took 3 pictures that I've already taken and turned them black and white and put them all side by side. You can do that by doing a collage. I'm pretty sure you know how to turn pictures into black and white and do a collage by now. And then after I added the image, I'm going to download this font because it's similar to the poster font. And I will leave a link to the font down below in the description box, and you can see how to download the font in the video. Once you've installed the font to your computer, you go back to PicMonkey.com, click the text option, and you'll find the font that you just downloaded in the Yours option. Then find the font that you just downloaded, click it, and add text. Then just add whatever name you want. For video purposes, I just use my YouTube username. Obviously, seriously isn't seriously my serious last name. I don't know, that's a tongue tie. Yeah, that's my first name, but obviously that's not my last name. But yeah, just, you know, make it in the size that you want, work around it a bit, just figure out, you know, how you want to place it on the poster. I'm not being too serious with my editing skills just because I didn't print this out. I'm just showing you how you can customize it if you want to. And if you want to take specific pictures to put on the poster, you know, when you customize it, you can always go on Google and type in Azkaban templates, and you can find things like this and save it to your computer, cut it out, and pose with it. I think that'd be really cool, and that's just an option. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and give these DIYs a try yourself. If you haven't already and you want to, please subscribe to my channel for more DIYs and future videos. And comment down below and let me know what you're going to be for Halloween. I'm so excited. Halloween is my favorite holiday, and I'm so curious to know what you guys are going to be. So yeah, thanks for watching.